The next step in creating clothes with your name as the creator will be the use of the scripts and the generators. They have a little star in front, so they end up on top of your list, and you can see the download box. Well, we will use that one in a bit. You see a sculpt maker. Let me make this a bit bigger so we can read the complete text. The sculpt maker vintage lace gown collar is a script. We find an object called the vintage lace gown bow generator. We find a color picker for the bow. We find an arm ruffle generator and the panel maker scripts for the arm ruffle generator. In the pack you will also find 2 instruction note cards. 1 instruction note card for the bow generator, 1 for the arm ruffle generator. And if I show you the arm ruffle generator instructions, it will start in English, but if your language is one other, then and you want to read it in your own language like Dutch, German, French or Spanish or even Portuguese, then you can do so because it is in 6 languages. But as I said in the tutorial, one video tells more than 1,000 words can say, so I'm going to show you. Let us start with the making the collar that is supposed to be worn here on the back. Making a sculpt has never been easier than this. All we need to do is we build and make a simple prim. So we choose a cube and we build a prim. Now we move this a little bit aside, we open the content and we drag the gown collar script into the content. You see that the script disappears immediately, and if you look closer here on the floor, you will see that the sculpt is being made. Now let me get a little bit closer so we can see it better. Here it is. It is already textured in black, but if you want a different texture, you go to the texture tab and you search here for, or click this open. So you see here there is the black texture. You can texture it blue because I'm wearing the blue outfit. It takes a little while before it reses. There it is. And we can rename it vintage gown collar. Well, we had to call everything my vintage gown collar. And please check the next owner's permission that you can find here, which is still right underneath the screen. There we go. Make it a bit bigger for a moment, and then you can see that you can change this from transfer into copy and leave the transfer button away. You can also say let me modify it, or let the next owner modify it so it can fit perfectly. Good. This can close and this I can take in my inventory. Now you will see it has popped up in my object folder. Here it is, my vintage gown collar, and I can drag it to the folder that I want it in, that is my vintage lace gown. And now I'm going to wear it, and it said in the text that I should wear it on my spine. In order to do this, the easiest thing to do this is stand on a post stand. Let me put the post stand a little bit more central so I can stand on it. There we go. Now I'm going to wear one of the example collars, for instance the purple one, where I can right click it, click edit. I go to the object tab, and mind you, this only works in Firestorm. And I click the copy button here on the rotation, and I click the copy button on the position. There we go. Now I'll detach this one. Oh, this is my hair. I'll detach this one. I go to my new collar. I say attach to spine. Here it is. And now it is in a weird position here at the back, but I click here on the P from paste and here on the P from paste, and there it is. exactly in the right position. Now give me one moment so I put back on my hair. Here we are, back in shape. So that is how easy the color works. Just simply drag in the script into a prim and your color is being made. Well, actually it isn't very much harder to make an arm ruffle, and it is more or less the same principle. Let's start resing the generator. Here it is. I will move the old post stand that we used aside so we can see what happens if we hit the go button, because a new post stand is being created. You can see here that it says please add a skirt panel, but what you probably missed is behind my inventory came up a pop-up screen that asked for linking permissions. That pops up in the right upper corner and is usually behind your screen, so you can't see it. And if you don't give permission, it will not link to the panels together. So we have to click yes. I will tell you a workaround in a bit so that you never forget. Now we are going to make the panels, because the arm ruffle is made out of small panels, both lace and satin, and therefore I click make a prim, put it a bit aside, and I will create another prim. There, 2 prims. I go to the content, and again I drag in a panel maker script in each panel, in each prim, so I get 2 different panels. Here they are. It says apply the texture to the prim and texture only the outside of the prim, because the under parts stay transparent. Let me move in a little bit closer to the panel so we can have a closer look. Here we have both the panels. This is the satin one, this is the lace one. Since we are making the blue outfit, this should be a blue satin as well. So in our folder we are going to look for that skirt texture, or that satin skirt and ruffle texture. Here is the satin skirt and ruffle blue, but what if I would do it like this? I would also texture the transparent sides. So I'm not going to use the texture screen. I'm going to drag the color onto the panel directly. So I'll grab it and I drag it on. Oh, this is the lace. I needed the satin. So let me correct that. This is the satin. And I will do the same with the blue lace. There we go. And now I have to turn around, but since my my buttons won't work when I'm recording, I will have to pause the film and turn over to the inside of these prims so we can do the same over there. I have turned the screen and I'm dragging the blue lace to the inside of the blue lace, and the blue satin to the satin part. And then you can see, if I get very close, that these parts will stay transparent. Good. Since that is ready, we can take them and we are going to have a look in objects what we ended up with. Here in objects you see object and object 1, and that is exactly what we want, because we go back to the generator. We open the content of the generator on the floor, open it up. There are scripts inside, but we are not going to touch those, and we are going to drag both prims, both panels that we made, into that content, and they are still called object and object 1. We can close this screen, and now what we should do, and I will have to have this one out of the way, always, because you are not sure whether you have or have not given permissions, always hit that reset button first so you can give permissions again. Then you click create, and you see the ruffle being created, and you click link, and it will start linking the panels, as you can see here in the chat. And it is all done, and you can pick it up and hit and attach it to your upper arm. Let us see what the name is. Edit. It is Vintage Arm Ruffle. I'm going to take the TT away, make it my Vintage Lace Arm Ruffle, blue left. There we go. And I can copy it by holding the shift button and moving the arrow, so I will have two. There we go. Let me have it here. And that new one we will call right. Good. Let us pick them up. And now we are going to do the same as what we did with the collar. We're going to move them into the folder that I want to have them, and I'm going to wear the arm ruffle purple, so we are sure that we don't mix them up. I'm going to use the post stand. I right click, choose edit, go to object. I click the rotation, copy the rotation, copy the position. This is the left one. It is to the left upper arm, so I go down. I'll detach this one. I go to my new left ruffle and I say attach to left upper arm. It comes out here under my armpit. I say edit. I go to the object mode. I paste the rotation and I paste the position. And that I can do again with the right one. Copy the position, the rotation and the position, detach it, go to my right arm ruffle, right click, choose attach to right upper arm. Here it is. Again, it ends up in my armpit. I paste the position and I paste the rotation, and it is set perfect. This is the arm ruffle generator. Let me stand up and let me take this away. I can delete it. Actually, I don't even have to save it because it always copies. I'm almost done now. I have my arm ruffles made. I have my collar made. The only thing is left is that bow that is on my back. And there is a generator for the bow as well. What I will do is I will res that generator. Here is the bow generator. And here it is. All it needs is a prim. If you hold your mouse over it, you will see drop a prim in the content of this generator and click go. And the go button is on the other side. So let me turn my camera. Here we are. So I create a prim. I pick up the prim. I click the generator and I go to my objects where I find the latest object. Let me sort it by date. That will give us the latest object. This is the latest one that I can drag in, so I'm sure that it is the correct one. I don't have to give any permissions up front. I will give permissions as soon as I click go, and then it says yes, and you see here it is starting to build. You see the prim that I dropped in, and there it comes out. There it is. It still has the wooden texture. It looks a bit odd. So what I now do is I right click. I have the content open. I sort this again by name. So we find on top here all my scripts, and I choose the color picker script. I drag the color picker script in the bow. I close my edit screen. Move this one a bit down. I click it and it says, which color do you want to use? Well, I'm making the blue outfit, so I want blue. And there it is, completely done and textured. I will call it my vintage gown bow blue. And again, I will do exactly the same as I did with the arm ruffles and the collars. I'll pick it up. I'll wear a bow, purple or red. wear the red one this time. Here we go, and we do the same thing. Edit, we go to the object mode, we copy the position and the rotation, and we have a look. It is worn on the stomach. Good, we know that now. So I will detach this one. I go down where my newly made bow is. Here it is. Drag it to my vintage lace gown folder. Right click, attach to the stomach. It again has a weird position. I click edit, I paste the rotation and I paste position, and it is perfect. And my outfit is completely done. I'm ready with the outfit, and everything is made in my name. Creator Trendy Templates for the arm bow, that goes for the bow on the back. See, Creator Trendy Templates. And so now I could take it off and pack it in a vendor and start selling it as being my own. In the next video we are going to use the download box, and we are going to start making alterations to this dress and make it even more look like your own dress.